Hey you! Do you want a harem?
Not really.
What about a harem of sharply dressed demon girls?
That's oddly specific.
Well, with the cult indie game Helltaker, you could acquire your very own demon girl harem.
Is this an ad? Are you trying to sell me something?
Helltaker!
How'd you get in my house?
On this day 2 years ago, the indie game Helltaker was released courtesy of this guy, whose name I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce, so I'll just go by his online handle, Van Ripper. The premise is simple. An absolute Chad of a protagonist ventures down to hell to acquire his very own harem of sharply dressed demon girls. Once he is successful, he becomes known as the Helltaker, living out the rest of his days with demon girls, who all turn out to be a pain in the ass. What did you expect? They're demons. On this most special day, when the game turns 2 years old, I decide to go down the list of all the demon girls to answer the question of who is best girl, in my humble opinion. We'll be using the tier maker format to rank the characters because this is the only way YouTube knows how to rank things apparently. So let's not waste any more time and begin this ritual, starting with Pandemonica, the tire demon, is the first demon you meet in hell. She's rocking that office girl aesthetic, which is great if it's your thing, but it ain't really my thing, so I'm mostly indifferent towards it. But at the least, she's very helpful towards a Helltaker and his quest. She offers advice and tips on how to complete puzzles. For that, she has earned her cup of coffee. That's when we start to run into some problems. You see, Pandemonica's personality changes depending on her coffee intake. No coffee, she's the tire demon. Bad coffee, she becomes a psychotic demon who breaks your fingers as punishment for the garbage coffee. Passable coffee, she's still the psychotic demon, but she won't break your fingers. Professionally made, high-quality coffee, she's actually quite nice and pleasant. I think her shifting personality is an interesting idea, but as you could imagine, I'm not a fan of the fact that she canonically broke Helltaker's fingers. Her tired persona is cute, but her psychotic personality is a difficult hurdle for me to get over. Because of this, I'll have to put her in the B category. I regret my decision to make this video already. Modeus, the lustful demon. Now, I know what you're thinking, and no, Modeus isn't that kind of character. If anything, that aspect of Modeus isn't explored as much as you would expect in official Helltaker media. In the hands of the community, however, that's a different story. A story I can't tell because it'd probably get this video banned from YouTube, but regardless, I like how right off the bat, Modeus straight up asks for sex the millisecond you're within her line of sight. For any degenerates who think that agreeing to her offer is a good idea, she'll break your legs with a sledgehammer to keep you from running away. You know there's someone out there who's turned on by that. A lot of the time, Modeus's lustful endeavors usually don't go according to plan, kind of like how the coyote never manages to catch the roadrunner. One of my favorite examples is this comic where Modeus dresses up in her best gym attire, not to work out, but to attract gym partners, if you know what I mean. Modeus, however, has to learn the hard way that, scenarios from adult internet content do not happen in real life. A fact that she's in denial of at first, but comes to accept as the harsh truth. If I'm being honest, Modeus is actually pretty cute at times. She always has little hearts in her eyes and floating around her head, and if that wasn't enough, there's her love for romance novels and this little sticker on her laptop that reads, Modeus plus Helltaker equals love. Aww. Modeus is a pretty fun character and I like her quite a bit. I won't go as far as to say that she's one of my favorites, but my opinion is high enough to put her in the A category. Cerberus, the triple demon, is clearly based off the three-headed dog from Greek mythology. There's some pretty interesting lore where they all have three bodies but share the same soul. This does raise some questions, like, if you killed one Cerberus, would that kill the other two? But let's leave that rabbit hole for another day. As a character, Cerberus is pretty goddamn cute. She's basically a doggo demon, and you'd have to be a heartless monster to hate a character based on a doggo. Cerberus is also a little mischievous, wanting to corrupt the mortal realm. But this is a fun kind of mischievous. It's hard to explain, but there's something endearing about Cerberus's devious nature. It's because of this that she's going all the way up to A+. Malina, the sour demon, is a gamer girl. She's kind of a nerd. Her favorite types of games are real-time strategies, with her all-time favorite being Heroes 3. There's this fun prequel comic where Malina finally has someone to play with once Helltaker comes and makes Malina part of his harem. How surprisingly wholesome. But she is the sour demon. Her introductory line is an insult, and it isn't too mean-spirited to the point where it makes her irredeemable in my eyes, but the sourness does prevent me from loving her. Not a terrible character, but not my favorite either. I'm gonna have to put her in the B category, slightly above Pandemonica because, like I said, she is a gamer girl. Zdrada, the bitch demon. That's not me being mean or anything, that's straight up her official title. The bitch demon. I really like how Zdrada just straight up offers to join Helltaker's harem, no questions asked. She's coming with you whether you like it or not. There's some lore about Zdrada being a masochist as she wears a cross despite the fact that it burns her skin. She's also Malina's sister, which explains a lot of their interactions. Oh, by the way, I ship Pandemonica and Zdrada. One's a sadist, the other's a masochist. It's a match made in heaven. Or hell, I should say. Not to mention this comic that confirms that Zdrada is intimidated by Pandemonica, and considering how little the fuck Zdrada usually gives, this says a lot. I ship them, and I usually don't ship characters. Let me have this! Anyway, I have to be real, I'm not really a fan of the trashy look Zdrada has. It doesn't really appeal to me all that much. This is gonna sound kinda mean, but I usually think that she looks a bit ugly most of the time. Okay, ugly is a strong word, but I can't think of any other way to describe it. That being said, there is one redeeming thing about Zdrada I have yet to mention. Last October, Van Ripper made a series of drawings for his Twitter that would be dubbed Demon-tober. Of all the entries, this one is easily my favorite.
Oh, this is beautiful.
I genuinely love this image. The black and white, the shading, that fucking look. This picture is beautiful, and I think this is the best Zdrada has ever looked in anything official. I love it so much that it made me appreciate Zdrada a little bit more, but don't get too excited. I'm still gonna put her in the B category, but she'll be the highest ranking B category character thus far, mostly because of how much I love that picture. Azazel, the Curious Angel, is easily my second favorite Helltaker character. The reason? She's an angel. Literally. There's nothing wrong with everyone else being a demon, but Azazel being an angel makes her the black sheep of the series, which makes her special. Not to mention, she's just so cute. Her design is great, and her curious nature with her taking notes and studying and learning about demons and everything. Something about that is just so freaking adorable. You keep studying, AZ. Keep on studying. She's going to the very top of the A+ category, which I think would make her very happy to hear. And that's everything about Azazel. I'm definitely not forgetting any lore or anything. I touched upon everything and forgot about nothing. 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 Justice, the awesome demon. Need I say more? Okay, you know what? I'm not done. I'm gonna be blunt. Justice is my waifu. She is best girl, and anyone who wants to argue with me is wrong. Justice is the freaking awesome demon. She radiates so much cool, it's probably dangerous to stand close to her for too long. The shades, the bandana, the way she wears her jacket like a cape, and she's blind. Get it? Blind Justice. Not to mention, when Justice lets her hair down, S tier. There is no debate. Trying to convince me Justice isn't worthy of S tier is like trying to convince a flat earther the planet is actually a globe. You ain't gonna win that debate, so there's no point in trying. Lucifer, the CEO of Hell.
They warned me Satan would be attractive. Let's go!
There are two versions of Lucy in the game. Sharply dressed CEO Lucy and Housewife Lucy. Which one do I like more? I'd have to go with her CEO look. Housewife Lucy is cute and all, but she has this sense of elegance and authority when she's in her suit, which is fitting considering she is the CEO of Hell. I really like how everyone just assumes that Lucy has a British accent, even though I don't really remember anything from the original game confirming this as a fact. Everyone just likes to think she has a British accent, myself included. That's what I hear in my head whenever I imagine Lucy. One might expect Lucy to be a bad girl considering her status in the game, and she is, but she has some redeeming factors, surprisingly, such as her love for animals, seen in this comic. She also has a sweet tooth. The way you win her over is by promising her chocolate pancakes, which she gladly accepts. There is, however, one aspect of the lore involving Lucy that I take issue with, but I'll get to that when the time comes. For now, I'm putting Lucy up an A+. Judgment, the High Prosecutor. Her job is to punish sinners with the Sin Machine, which the Chad Helltaker easily destroys, and I wasn't definitely stuck on for such a long time, and definitely didn't have to cheat to pass at all, but regardless. There is some interesting lore with Judgment, with implications that she's a fallen angel, and some confirmation from the creator that she's actually quite nice. This recontextualizes her over-the-top persona she displays throughout the game, as well as her, work uniform. Judgment has some interesting lore to her, but as a character, I unfortunately don't get much out of her. I kind of wish we could see more of her nice side, but despite that, I'm gonna have to put her in the A category, partly because of the aforementioned lore, but mostly because of her work uniform. Hey, can you blame me? Beelzebub is first seen in the main menu, but can properly be seen in action in the secret ending, by acquiring all the forbidden lore elements in every level and doing a funny dance on the carpet in the living room. You open a portal to the Great Fly herself. But let's get a change of wardrobe. Much better. Beelzebub has this implied backstory where she had this epic battle with Justice back when she was the High Prosecutor, which ended with Justice blind and Beel trapped in the void as punishment for her crimes. Justice has thus been given the name the Flybreaker for her feat, as if I couldn't love her any more already. This begs the question, what did Beelzebub do that was so bad that Lucifer herself had to work to trap her in the void and warned Helltaker not to believe her lies? Lucifer, who's the literal devil, warns a human not to trifle with another demon. What did Beelzebub do? But that's where my interest in this character ends, unfortunately. I'm gonna be real, I'm not a fan of the secret ending of Helltaker. This guy went to hell and back to acquire his desired demon girl harem, just to throw it all away to live with one demon girl in the void forever, despite the fact that Lucy warned him that she can't be trusted?
Excuse me, what?
Also, Beelzebub doesn't interest me as a character once the lore is taken out of consideration. I have a vague idea of what her personality is, but it doesn't really stick with me all that much, and I don't find it as fun as I do with the higher ranking characters. And it's because of this, I'm gonna have to give Beelzebub a B. And that's it. I ranked all the Helltaker girls. My work here is done. I guess I can go now. Why is the video still going? We're done here. Everyone has been ranked. There's no one else. What was that? Oh. Oh boy. Hey man, I already probably stepped on a few toes already. Do you know how much worse it'll get if I talk about her? Okay. I guess I have to address the elephant in the room. Van Ripper created a series of comics that take place after the events of the game, some of which depict Azazel's fall to the dark side. On the 1-year anniversary of Helltaker, an update was released in the form of Examtaker. It's here that we see that Lucy is no longer the Queen of Hell? As if that wasn't weird enough, she's a maid in service of Azazel, who is now a demon under the name Loremaster. Loremaster is easily the most controversial canon Helltaker character. You either love her or hate her. People's feelings on Loremaster seem to hinge on how they feel about Azazel, and considering I placed her in the A+ category, you can probably see where I'm going with this. As you may remember, one of the reasons I ranked Azazel so high is because she's unique, being an angel and all that. Making her a demon just takes that away. She's not the black sheep of the series anymore. Now she's just like everyone else, and I don't care for it. I can't bring myself to say that I downright hate Loremaster, because if I'm being objective, she's not a bad character by any means. I just don't like the direction Van Ripper took the character. I don't even consider Examtaker to be bad by any means. I just don't like how it deviates away from the fish out of water and slice of life nature of Helltaker in favor of a darker story. It feels like a slap in the face of what made me like Helltaker in the first place. With that being said, Loremaster is easily my least favorite Helltaker character. I know she has her fans, but I will never understand why. She's going straight into D category for ruining one of my favorite characters from the game. Boy, what a note to go off on, am I right? And that's every official Helltaker waifu ranked. Putting this out there is definitely gonna ruffle some feathers in the Helltaker community, so let's hope the comments are kind to me on this one. I'd like to wish Helltaker a happy second birthday, and a shout out to Van Ripper for making this awesome game and for being a pretty cool and talented dude. That's all for me for today, so come by next time. Can't wait to see you there. Until then, EB out. I just don't like the direction Van Ripper took. Van Ripper? No! 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 Oh, that is an unfortunate blooper. Oh no. Oh no.